Hi, my name is McKenna and I am currently a student at the University of Texas at Austin. I'm a senior and currently writing my thesis on international adoption, my senior thesis. So, this is my adoption story. I was born in Kunming, China, and I was found under a bridge there, and a police officer took me to the orphanage, and I lived there for the first 10 months of my life, in China. And then my family, the Learmans, they are a family of four in Colorado. They all got on a plane to China. They had never been in Asia before, but back in 1997, they went to China and they got me. Today is actually my gotcha day, October 15th, and so we're celebrating that today, which is really nice. It was my mom and my dad and my two older brothers. They were biological to my parents. So they got me when I was 10 months old, and I grew up in Colorado, just in the suburbs outside of Denver, and with my two older brothers and my mom and dad, and lots of animals. We had chickens and dogs and cats, and it was really fun. I grew up horseback riding, and so this was really great. And I was really close to my family. It was kind of interesting being in a predominantly white school and culture. I think I always was struggling with identity of looking Chinese and wanting to not look Chinese, but then not speaking Chinese, and so where was that in between for me? But regardless, my parents are amazing and I love them. And so when I was 10, my older brother Caleb actually passed away from diabetes. And it was really hard because at the time we were super close. So this was a really huge turning point in my life. And that is when a lot of things were shifting. And I started going to church a lot and praying a lot and just seeking God. But I think it was still just really tumultuous time. And then later, when I was 13, after trying to recover from that, my dad actually passed away from liver cancer, and so he had a malignant melanoma. And so this was also really hard because I was also really close to my dad, and so at this time my mom and I were just moving, needing to figure out what to do with ourselves for the future. And so we moved down to Texas when I was 15, and then started all over, just the two of us. My other brother was a lot older at the time and was not living at the house anymore. And so, it was just my mom and I. But I started going to a Chinese church when I turned 16. And through this, I just met a lot of Asian American friends, which is a new time in my life that I had never experienced. I had never had Asian American friends before, and I learned a lot more about Asian culture, and learned a lot more about what Chinese do for Chinese New Year or different things like this. And so I was really inspired to start learning Chinese. And so when I started UT, I started learning Chinese because I really wanted to connect with my roots, so my mother tongue and just the country speaking that I never knew before. And I wanted to find this part of my identity that I felt was just lacking in my life. And so I went on a study abroad program with UT to Taiwan and started learning Chinese. And I was there for a year, and so my Chinese is much improved. And so I think that just through that process, I have been able to really connect with a side of myself that I never knew. When you speak another language, it opens up this side of your personality and this side of who you are culturally and elsewise that you never knew was there before. And so that's part of my adoption story, because I had wanted to learn and know Chinese when I was a kid, but I never had the opportunity really, or never was diligent enough to study. And I felt kind of weird because none of my family members spoke Chinese, because they are all white, and I love my family, and if I don't have anyone to speak it with, then why speak it? But I learned that as a part of who I am as McKenna, that I had to do this. And so it's one of the things that I sought after my year abroad. And now coming back to UT, actually during the summer, I had an internship at the Chinese Children Adoption Agency that I was adopted through back in 1996 in Colorado, and being able to work there and be a part of the post-adoption department and see what goes into adoptions and the families, and just how much they the effort that they go through to get their child, and was really neat. And to see all of these post-adoption reports of the children now who are like me as adoptees living life. So I think that was really rewarding. And so now that I'm here for my senior thesis, I have been so impacted by adoption and what it has been in my life personally as an adoptee, and in other adoptees' lives as far as friends or in working with the agency. So that is why I'm writing about the benefits of adoption right now as we speak. I was studying when I came across this opportunity, so I thought I would go for it. So thank you for listening to my adoption story. My name is McKenna, and I hope you all enjoyed it. All right, bye.